जय गुरु जी। नमस्कार तिस ही को हमारी, सकल प्रजाजन आप सवारी। सिवकन को सिव गुण सुख दियो, सतरन को पल मोबद कियो। Meaning of this is, I bow only to him, creator of all entities and subjects, gives all merits and tranquility to his devotees. He is the one who destroys enemies at once. Jai Guruji. Jai Guruji. So today we are going to listen to chapter 7 of Vedaveshwar Samhita in Mahashiv Puran. In chapter 6 we already heard about the fight between Brahma and Vishnu and how they were using such weapons that had potential to kill the entire universe. Devtagan were certainly very agitated and in fear they went to Lord Shiva to seek his help. Now in this chapter 7 we are going to listen to how Lord Shiva actually reacted to their proposal to help them and also what did he do. So there is an initial conversation between Lord Shiva and Devtas. Ishwar said, "Dear children, I hope the universe and the race of deities, they are flourishing in their respective duties. O gods, the fight between Brahma and Vishnu is already known to me. So this agitation on your part is like a redundant speech. I am fully aware of what is happening, so you need not tell me." In that very assembly, therefore, Lord announced his desire to go to the battlefield of Vishnu and Brahma, and accordingly he issued directive to 100 of the commanders of his attendants. Different kinds of musical instruments were played to announce the start of the journey of Lord Shiva. The commanders of the attendants were in readiness, fully bedecked in their ornaments. They seated in their respective vehicles. The Lord himself mounted on the holy chariot, which was shaped like Omkar from front to the back. He was also accompanied by his two sons, that is Kartikeya and Ganesha and his Ganas. All the Devas, Indra and others followed, honored suitably by the display of banners of various colors, scattered flowers, music, dance and instrument players, and he was accompanied by great goddess Parvati ji. Lord Shiva went to the battlefield with the whole of his army. On seeing the battle, Lord vanished in firmament. He quickly transformed himself into a column of a fire, and he stood in between Brahma and Vishnu. The flames which were emitted by the two weapons of Brahma and Vishnu, they also had converted themselves and they fell into that big column of fire. The two weapons of fiery flame had the potential enough to destroy the entire world. But now there was no such a thing, as these two weapons also fell into a huge column of fire. Seeing that auspicious, wonderful phenomena, both Brahma and Vishnu asked each other, "What is this wonderful form? What is this column of fire that has risen up? It is beyond the range of our senses. We have to definitely find out its top and the bottom." So they jointly decided to find out its start and the end. Vishnuji assumed the form of a boar and he went down to search the root. Brahma, in the form of swan, he went up to search the top. Dear one, finally, Vishnu came back and he was absolutely exhausted as he could not just find the root or the end of this fiery column. He confessed finally that he has done his level best, but he could not find anything. While on the other hand, Brahma was still in his exploration, during which he got in touch with Ketki flower that was mysteriously falling from the above. And then Brahmaji had conversation with this flower. Brahma said, "O Lord of flowers, by whom had you been warned? Why do you fall? I have come here to seek top of this fiery column in the form of a swan. I am falling down from the middle of this primordial column." This is what Ketki replied. This is how this flower replied. It said that I have been falling since long time, but you look at me, my fragrance and my shine has not come down. I am still as fragrant as I was. I have myself not been able to find out the start of this fiery column. So on hearing Ketki, Brahma said, Dear friend, hereafter you must do as I desire. In the presence of Vishnu, you must say like this, O Vishnu, the top of the column has been seen by Brahma, and I am the witness for the same. Saying this, he bowed to Ketki flower again and again. So he mentioned in his defense that even falsehood is recommended in the times of danger. So he tried to become friends with Ketki flower and he made him as his companion to say the thing which is not really true. Returning to the original place on seeing Vishnu there, utterly exhausted and lacking pleasure, Brahma danced with joy. Vishnu, in the manner of admitting his inability, told him the truth. But Brahma told Vishnu like this, O Vishnu, the top of this column has been seen by me. This Ketki flower is my witness. The Ketka flower repeated the falsehood, endorsing the words of Brahma in his presence. Hari, that is Vishnu, taking it to be true, made obeisance to Brahma. He worshipped Brahma with all the 16 means of service and homage. The Lord Shiva, after looking at the trickery of Brahma, he got very furious. He got very disturbed, and he transformed himself from that column of fire. He took a proper shape now. On seeing Lord, Vishnu stood up with his hands shaking with fear, and he caught hold of Lord's feet. It is out of ignorance and complete delusion about you, whose body is without a beginning or an end, that we indulged in this quest, prompted by our own desire. Hence, O sympathetic being, please, please do forgive us for our fault. In fact, it is but another form of your divine sport. Lord Shiva said, O dear Vishnu, I am pleased with you, because you strictly adhere to the truth in spite of your desire to be a lord. Hence, amongst the general public, you will always have a footing equal to that of mine. You will be honored too, likewise. Hereafter, you will not be considered separate from me. You will have your own temples, there will be installation of your idols, there will be festivals, and also people will worship you. Thus, formally, the Lord was delighted by truthfulness of Vishnu and offered him a footing equal to his own, even as the assembly of Devas was witnessing the same. So we will end chapter 7 here, and in chapter 8 next time we will hear to what happened with Brahma the moment he got to know that he has spoken false and how Lord Shiva reacted to him. We will listen all of that in chapter 8. Jai Guruji.